So you want to master your mind, but do you have what it takes to truly master the bait of your mind? And in this way, of course, I mean the many booby traps laid out by your mind in order to dissuade you from your path, in order to put you off from your purpose, from why you're actually here. And it doesn't need to be clear what your purpose is. It doesn't need to look a particular way. We imagine that if we're not able to describe and really put our manifestation powers, our attention, our energy into whatever that particular thing is, that we're not going to be able to take any steps towards it. I'm telling you, you don't need to know what your life is going to look like in 5, 10, 15 years from now. You don't need to know. All you need to know is that you gotta tell them no. You gotta say no, no, no to all the things that you will not tolerate. Because by knowing what you will not tolerate, by knowing what is below your standards, by saying no to the lowest common denominators of your life, you are in essence raising the bar. You are heightening the standards for yourself. And in this way, by raising that vibration, if you will, by just simply setting standards for yourself, not by setting a particular goal necessarily. The goal is just to eliminate what isn't serving in your life. You are essentially putting yourself on the right track. So go through your life, disseminate, discern, be honest with yourself as to what is truly serving and what is truly not serving. And I'm sure that that is very clear. That is abundantly clear. You might not know what it is all leading to. You're not going to know who's going to show up in your life, what opportunities are going to arise, what is going to happen with the way that this entire world is headed. In 5 years, we have no freaking clue what is going up in this world right now. So with all that in mind, just lean back in not knowing and start to look at what you actually do know. What you do know is wasting your efforts on things that aren't really serving, of spending your mental energies on people, on places, on activities, on things that just are bottomless pits that just drain your energy. They don't fill you with vigor, with vitality, with energy. They it's all just part of this swamp of your self-identification, really. We're limiting yourself to low standards, to not raising the bar of your life. And so really just be completely clear in yourself as to what you're willing to submit yourself to. Who is going to be your slave master? Because whatever that is going to have the control over your life. And simply by looking, if we were to observe you, imagine we're like a camera crew watching your entire day-to-day life. Well, we only need to watch one single day of you living out your life in order to know where you're going to be 1 year from now, 5 years from now. Because what you do today determines tomorrow, determines the next year and the year after that. And so don't put it off. Don't put this exercise off. Pick at least one thing, please, that you can remove, discard, eliminate from your life now, today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when it suits you, not when you can schedule it into your day, today. Because by actively choosing, you are building your confidence. You are able to confide in yourself because your words, your actions, your thoughts all harmoniously align, and this gives you power. This gives you presence in your life. This allows you the ability to choose with your free will. Because you're no longer dictated, controlled, limited, or bound by your patterns. You are a pattern interrupter. You're willing to see what isn't serving, and in this way, eliminate it from your life. I know this creates a vacuum, and so when you remove something, of course you got to fill that space with something else. At least that's what we imagine, right? But on the one hand, if you feel called to replace it with something, let's say you give up gaming and start reading. Good, that's fine. Let's say you give up something else, like just sitting scrolling on your phone. Well, maybe the alternative then is to not replace it with something. Maybe you are to just stare blankly into space. Because the very purpose of you scrolling is to look for something. And that something which you're looking for is perhaps to be found within. Is perhaps to be found in the midst of your experience, not somewhere other than here and now. And so, also to allow the capacity for you to simply sit, to simply be as you are without the need to always try to fill your life, to fill the gaps with something. That's great if you have something to actively pursue and put your energy into. But the magnificence, the eloquence, the grace of being able to be without the need for external occupation, for validation, for something to stimulate you in any way. That is true power. That is even more powerful than being able to say no to what isn't serving. Because then you're saying no to absolutely everything. Nothing has the ability to sway you. You are completely still in the midst of everything going on. That is true power. So choose today one thing that you're going to discard, eliminate from your life, no longer going to tolerate. And let that empower you. Let that be the stepping stone that brings you one step closer to living your life's purpose. Take care.